G'day friends, it's vickywright, Independent Stampin' Up Demonstrator, Australia. So welcome back to our Darling Details series for the week. I've been showcasing the Darling Details stamp set and dies. I'm just going to fix this up a little bit and hopefully my stand isn't the best. It's sort of disintegrating, I think, from the humidity and the heat. So we may have to look at getting a new one. So this week, as I mentioned, we've been playing with the Darling Details die stamp set, as well as the dies. Okay, so this is our last card for this week, and we're going to be creating this card here. Okay, but as with the other couple of cards that we've done, I've changed the colours around. Okay, so we'll crack on with it. And we'll grab our kit. Now, I have pre-done some already, and the rest we will do now. Our base card is Knight of Navy. So we'll just fold that in half and burnish along that score line. Okay. Now the colours on the card that we're going to create are really bright. So what I wanted to do was tone it down a little bit with the Knight of Navy. Okay. So we've got two pieces of white. One's for the inside and one is what we're going to work on. So we'll put all that aside. So what we're going to do first is we're going to sponge around or blend around sort of the middle area. So just bear with me. I'm just grabbing a blending brush, and we're using Daffodil Delight. So we're going to play with Daffodil Delight, Knight of Navy and Melon Mambo. Okay, so first up we're just gonna, I'm just going to grab a piece of paper, scrap piece I should say. Just in case I end up with ink everywhere. Well, I will end up with ink everywhere. And to save it getting on everything else. So all I do is just tap, tap, tap with my brush. It won't matter too much about getting that big blob in the middle, because it's going to be covered up. Okay. So I'm just randomly blending ink out. You can have this as dark as you like or as light as you like. I always start off light and then I will build it. It's a bit silly there, big blob. And then I will build up. I always hold my brush on the head. It may look like I'm holding it really, really dark. I mean dark, really tight, but I'm not. It's just very light. Just hold your brush where you feel the most comfortable. So I think that'll do us. I'll just bring it out a little bit. And as I said, this will be covered up, so we're not too worried about that. Otherwise, I would have started off the cardstock. So we'll close that up. Then what we're going to do is we're going to grab an embossing folder. I thought I had it here, but I don't. And we're going to use one of the basics. I like this crisscross, this crisscross design. This is from the online exclusive shop. And I just like this one because it's a subtle, nice subtle background. And we're just going to put this in here like that. Nice and straight. Close that up. Now I'm going to go and emboss this. Okay, so just bear with me. Whoops. My table wobbles around and creaks a lot, so it's not the best, which is why I can't do it on this table. And that's what we will end up with. Now, if you wanted to, you could have embossed first and then just gone over the top with your blending brush. Okay, so what we'll do now is stick this piece to our base card. Whoops. Now, with embossing, I tend to use a little bit more glue or adhesive than normal. You could also use your tear and tape adhesive if you wanted to. And we're just going to put this down there like that. And just press gently but firmly over the top, making sure that it's nicely stuck down. Okay, so that's that. Then what we're going to do is all our elements to our card. Now, I have pre-done, as I said, I have pre-done most of it, including my flower. But I'm going to show you how I did my flower. So we're going to grab our Melon Mambo. And we're going to do, I always start off, most cases I always start off with the outline image. Of course this is a two-step stamper. And we're just going to stamp down like that. Put that aside because I haven't got my cleaner with me or my chamois. And then we'll bring in our filler, our solid image. And we're just going to ink that up. Now, because I'm using the same colours, I don't want, if I was to stamp this, I wouldn't see my outline. So what we're going to do is stamp off once. And then we're going to line our image up and then stamp over the top of our outline image. And that's it there. It's very light because I've stamped off and let it sit for a couple of seconds. It is very light, and that's what I want. Okay. You could use another colour if you wanted to, a lighter colour, but that's how I get the two-tone and the lighter colour. I'll put those aside. And then all I've done is die cut it with the flower outline die, which is this one here. Okie dokie. And that's what I end up with. So what we'll do now is we'll grab our dimensionals and we will pop our flower up. So we just need a couple of dimensionals, not a lot. And I'm just going to put that there, smack bang there. And that's covered up all that blotty ink, okay? Then I've die cut this shape from using the same dies with Azure, or as I call it, Azure Afternoon. And that's it there. It's a pretty flower actually, it's a pretty shape there, okay? And all we're going to do now, you could use mini glue dots, or you could have used your adhesive sheets, but I'm just going to put a little bit down along the bottom of the shape, and I'm going to leave the rest of it hang loose. So we'll just put that there. Whoops. And we're just going to press that and hold it for a bit. We'll use our take your big tool to do that too. It will take a little bit longer to take hold because of the embossing. So once that's done, then I've pre-die cut some of the leaves using the same dies, and these are cut from Granny Apple Green. Okay, there's a bit of glue on there. Now I could have used my brush to brush these out, but sometimes they will fall out pretty easy. Okay, so I'll just push that aside. Now I've done 3 of these. See how easy they. I don't mind sitting here pushing these through. I meant to do it before we started, but that's okay. So that's 2. And then our last one. Oops. Now, I'm showcasing the Darling Details this week because our Stampin' Card Club, or Creative Kit Club, is that's what we're using in our club. It's via subscription, opens on the 1st of each month and closes on the 15th of each month. And you get 4 kits, and included is 2 of each kit. Okay, so you get your 8 cards. You'll get your PDF written tutorial. You'll get product, and you'll get step-by-step instructions, measurements included, The measurements are included in metric and imperial A4, as well as letter size, because once it's finished, the following month the tutorial does go up in my tutorial PDF page for sale. Okay, so it is available worldwide. Okie dokie. So I thought it'd be nice to showcase or give you more ideas and inspiration on using this set. Okay, so I'll have all the details for that below. So then what we're going to do now is grab one of our leaves, and the same thing, I'm just going to add a little bit of glue along the bottom and towards the middle. Not much. You could use your fine tip glue pen too. That's another one that you can use. Whoops. And we're just going to hold that there for a couple of seconds. So that's done. Then we'll grab another one and we'll put this one out here. But I'm actually going to chop it off a little bit, because I don't want it to go over the edge of our card. Okay. So we'll just put that there like that. I'll just hold that for a couple of seconds. Okay, and then we'll do another one down here. Like that. And I've got glue. You can cut a little bit off if you want to, but in this instance, I'm just going to leave it like it is. Whoops. Whoops. Hold that down. I leave the tops of my shapes hanging loose. And then, because I thought this looked a little bit blank, I've actually die cut just to cut two more leaves and different shapes. You could also put the same one there if you wanted to, but I thought we might bring in a different element. You could have stamped it too if you wanted to, so we might just put that there. You could have stamped a leaf and then die cut that out. So we'll just put that there. I think having a little bit of a different shape there fills that space in and gives a little bit more oomph. So put those aside. So that's nearly done. Then all we're going to do is stamp our sentiment. Oh, I didn't even get it. For that, where's our stamp set? And we will use a thank you again, eh? And I'm going to show you how I did this little banner too. So we'll just load that up onto our block, making sure it's nice and straight. Then what I've done to create these little banners is grabbed the stylish shapes. These are one of my go-to dies. They're great, I love them. Use them just about for everything. I've really got to stop myself from using them actually. then what I did was I partially die cut it. So I put it onto the basic white. I'll just grab our plates. We're not going to do it, but I'll show you just in case you're not aware of how to do it. So I've just put it on there like that. Ignore my plates, they are a bit of a mess. I'm actually going to shout myself some new plates next year. So we're doing it that way. We'll do it that way, okay? Then what we're going to do, when we put it through our Stampin' Cut machine, we're only going to do it halfway, okay? So once you take that through the machine, it will only cut where that plate is. It won't cut this area, okay? So once you've done that, you then take your plate off, you position it over this end over the half cut shape, and you can feel it slot in. Then all you do is reverse it and cut that shape. Okie dokie. And that's all I do. And that way you get more use from your dies as well, and it'll give you this shape. So I've actually done that. The plate has stopped here, about there. Then I slotted it back in from this side to where I wanted it, and I put it back through again. Okay, easy peasy. I hope I've explained that clear enough. Very hard when you can't put your machine on the table, because it wibble wobbles. Okay, so now we're going to stamp the thank you smack bang in the middle with Night and Navy. And I always stamp onto scrap paper first, just so I know it's nice and straight. So this might go out of eyesight for a little bit, so just bear with me. So we've got to make sure our banner's nice and straight. And just stamp down, hold and up. And that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. Okay, then we're going to pop this up with a couple of dimensionals. Move that out of the way, and we'll just put it about there, Making sure it's nice and straight. And once it's nice and straight, just press down gently on your dimensionals. To finish it off, I thought we might use the Opaque dots and the Azure afternoon. Oh, they're not sticking down. To fix those. Dots. I find these hard to use, so this is a good excuse to use them. Grab our Take Your Pick tool. Sticky little devils they are. One there. We might put one here. Let's do it this way. because this goes ziggy-zaggy, let's make our dots ziggy-zaggy, eh? And we'll put one up here. Oh God, they're sticky little things. We'll put it that way. Put these away so that they don't go everywhere, and then I will press down. I just let them sit until I'm happy with the placement, and then I'll press down. So then that's our card just about finished. But so that it's finished completely, we're going to do the inside. So we'll do our piece of cardstock, and we'll do it in Melon Mambo again. So we'll stamp our outline image first, just like that. And while we've got it, we'll do our envelope, because you've got to have matchy-matchy, eh? Just like that. Grab our solid. Stamp off once. And stamp over the top. And that's one. That's a little bit darker than what's on our card, only because I didn't hold it down as long when I stamped it off. But I did that on purpose too, okay? So the longer you stamp off, the lighter it's gonna be, in this instance anyhow. Okay, and that's the same with that there. I'm quite liking those colours together actually. They're very bright, but the night and navy tones it down a bit. And then all we're going to do is stick this to the inside of our card. Whoops. Just like that. Now I'm just going to grab our cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. I thought we might just show you the cards from the week. So that's the one we've just done now, and that's the original one. Okay, and actually I was going to go that way, landscape, but it doesn't matter. It still worked out the same. I just wanted, I was going to show you the different look going landscape, but that's okay. Okay, so that's today's cards. Then these are another lot of cards we did. So that's the original, and then that one. I'm still trying to wrap my head around that. I don't know whether it's the Melon Mambo or the lemon lime twist. I'm not sure. Maybe I should have did this in black. I don't know. But this is Misty Moonlight, Bubble Bath, I think it is, and Gorgeous Straight. Okay, and that's Misty Moonlight too. And I've actually done the background with the basics in 3D embossing folder. And this is the exposed brick. The circle's been die cut with the deckled circle dies. It's another one you have to have in your collection. I use it a lot. And this circle has been die cut with the stylish shapes. So you've got to have your stylish shapes. Love it. Then this was our other card. So that's that one. This is Calypso Coral, Lost Lagoon. I think that's Pool Party. It's sponged in Pool Party, stamped in Lost Lagoon, and I think this is Calypso Coral, and I've stamped off once to do the inside of the solid image. And the leaves are Mossy Meadow. Okay, and then there's that version. This is Orchid Oasis, Fresh Freesia, I think. Oh, that's Orchid Oasis too, and Soft Sea Foam. Okay, so there are our cards that we've done all week. Those ones. And there are cards today. So that's just showcasing the Darling Detail die stamp set, what we're using in our Stampin' Card Club, or I should say Creative Kit Club. Okay, and all the details will be below. Okay, thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you next time. See ya. Hooray.